From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DBIC, the Primetime Capper, and it is time for the premier sports betting show. Let me take that back. So sorry about that. That's my other show. This is Horsin Around, presented by Stable Duel. I got a little excited because I sent out a lot of plays today for college basketball and for the NFL as well, too. But so sorry about that. This is Horsin Around over at Santa Anita. So let's go ahead and jump into our first race of the day, and it's going to be this one right here. It's going to be the $50,000 Maiden Claimer. It's going to be a $39,000 purse. It's going to be 8 furlongs on the turf, and we have ourselves 6 horses in this race. They're all pretty good. Here, very, very good horses. But, probably the owners are getting a little tired of paying those bills monthly and everything, or they just need to flip the horse, whatever it is. But Crown for Kitten is going to be the favorite right now. It's 8-5 on the tote board with 27 minutes to post over at the Great Race Place. So a Crown for Kitten will not be our key horse. She's So Shiny is going to be our key horse. She's So Shiny has a lot of experience on has probably the most experience out of all these horses on the track over here at Santa Anita, because these are still some fairly young horses, and they're still a little green as well too. But I do know that Crown for Kitten is coming down in class as well too. This horse is coming out of a maiden special weight, and you do have She's So Shiny for the third time in this condition coming out of a maiden special weight. But this horse does have some good pedigree to it. The horse did run over at Keeneland and Belmont, and had some pretty good showings there as well too. The horse has been in the money 4 out of 9 times lifetime as well too, but it still has had its picture taken. So I think She's So Shiny today with the 9 races under their belt, and then pretty much when you look at the rest of the horses, they don't have that many races up under their belt like this horse right here. This horse has been through all the conditions. So I think that today is the day that She's So Shiny actually goes ahead and gets their photo taken. So I really do like She's So Shiny coming into this. This is going to be a Doug O'Neill trainee, and this is going to be a JJ Hernandez is going to be riding the horse. So pretty much when we have this one right here, we have we have ourselves a very, very good we have ourselves a very, very good group going into the second race. This is so tough of a group that it was really tough for me. I had to go through this a few times to really figure out who can win this race, like who looks the best in this race. And when I really came down to it and I really compared the two between Soy Tapatio and American Admiral, I looked at the last race between these two. I know Los Alamitos doesn't really mean much, but American Admiral did best Soy Tapatio on that track. And I think it was because the horse has a little bit more experience. Both of them are still pretty young horses, but if you compare, you got American Admiral who has 6 races, and then you have Soy Tapatio who has 4 races. Now, this horse, American Admiral, has ridden over at Santa Anita 3 times already as well, too. So that does work in this horse's favor a little bit, that the horse does have some pedigree over at Santa Anita and has finished at Santa Anita as well. But So Tapatio did the same exact thing last time out on 6.5 furlongs. Now the horse is going a little bit further, the furthest it's ever gone. And American Admiral has went a mile or a mile and 1/8 at least 5 out of the 6 times in their career. So this horse is built for long rides and things like that, for the to be more of a miler than a sprint. And so pretty much the horse, the way it's setting up, the horse has been running some gangbusters with the works in the morning over at Santa Anita. So I think that American Admiral, the gelding son of American Pharaoh out of a Smart Strike mare, gets our win today. Timmy Yakteen, he might not be the trainer that you look to win this race, but I think he does have the best horse for this field right here. So I'm going with Tim Yakteen with the 3-horse American Admiral. Then we got So Tapatio in the second hole, and then we're going to go ahead and take Magnificent. This is a very common this is a duo that we've seen plenty of time. This is a frosted gelding as well too. So you have John Charisse training Magnificent, and then we have Victor Espinosa riding this horse. So this by far is one of the toughest races of the day for a card that is truly, truly, fairly, very, very tough. So there it is, and I'm sorry I didn't switch the screen over, but there it is. Those are our 3 horses in race 2. This is a 5-horse field. So we move forward to our next race, which is going to be the race 3. This race is going to be the a pretty good one as well too. This is going to be claiming 9 furlongs on the turf, and then you have yourself in this race. You have 7 horses. Dutch Painting has scratched out of this race. It was set to be 8, but this is a pretty wide open group when you think about it. Except for the exceptions of the 4 and the 8. Those horses are pretty good, but we know what they're here for. They're trying to get these horses picked up and claimed today. So we have a $25,000 claimer, and I like Baca Nalia. This horse is going to be a field and model trainee. Flavian Pratt's going to be riding the horse. This horse has everything that shows up on the form that I really like a lot. And I know the horse did not do well last time out over at Delmar, and the horse didn't do well over at Keeneland either. But this horse has switched barns twice before this as well too. So this horse was getting claimed, and it came out. It's a Chad Brown. So you know what? Chad just couldn't get this horse to do what he wanted it to do, but he did get this horse a few wins as well too. So the horse lifetime is a 50% into the money. So the horses ran over here has never ran at Santa Anita. So I'm thinking that the way that Chad Brown's horses always take to Santa Anita, even though this isn't his horse anymore, still these horses are kind of breeded. They're kind of bred it to run very well at Santa Anita, and they don't even know it. So that's why I like the one here with Banchanella. And then we have the 6-horse Sabava. This horse is going to be ridden by J.J. Hernandez and trained by Steve Knapp. Sababa really does loom the danger. This horse really sticks out, has ran the fastest time over at Santa Anita, and this horse has won 2 out of the 3 times this horse has ran at Santa Anita as well too. So the horse does have that up under the resume, but last time out the horse was riding what had Umberto Rispoli riding. The horse wound up finishing 4th that day. So when I look at the way this group is setting up, I think that Zabava really does fit very well into this group and can get their picture taken. But I just think that today, Banchanella is going to be just a bit better. Now, I know Sugary is going to be the post-time favorite. You got a good combination there with Jonathan Wong and Keith DeSormo. Horse finished second last time out at Delmar, and this horse did finish first last time. It did run at Santa Anita as well too. This horse was coming out of this was a horse that was claimed as well too out of the Marty Jones barn. So this horse is has the pedigree to really go ahead and be within this group, and this horse is there's nothing wrong when you look at the horse. The horse has 28 races, has been in the money 14 times, so that's 50% right there. The horse has ran at Santa Anita 13 times, has been in the money 6. So you know everything says take Sugary, but I think this is the type of day where these type of horses will burn your money up. So that's why I don't have this horse on top. Miss Flawless, trained by Eddie Truman, is going to be ridden by Victor Espinosa. This horse is a very good horse as well, too. This horse has 2 wins, 2 places, and 2 shows over at Santa Anita and 13 attempts on the track. So this horse is another one that's literally at 50% in the money. But this horse is a horse that, has showed up in the money 12 out of 34 times. I don't know if I can really trust that number too much, but I know that this horse did run at Santa Anita twice last year. This horse ran at Santa Anita twice last year, was in the money 3 times last year as well too, and won twice, and was a show for the other in the money. So the horse is almost 200,000 in lifetime purses as well too. So you can trust this horse as well. So this race right here is another toughie, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out, and we move forward to race 4. Race 4 today is going to be another fun race. It's going to be a 20K Maiden Claimer. And you know what? This race right here is kind of tricky in a sense as well, too. And also that horse, Star Sailor, is not going to be the 5 horse. That horse is actually the 4 horse. So sorry about that. That typo right there. So pretty much, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's why I always put the name of the horses so there's never any confusion about what horse I'm selecting. So pretty much when I look at this one, I see Star Sailor is going to be trained by John Sadler, written by John Velasquez, but I like Funkenstein a little bit more. Funkenstein was at the same condition and lost at a nose. Now, I know that this horse has been in Maiden Claimer for a while. Star Sailor is coming out of Maiden special weight, but I still think that Funkenstein, with the way that Mike Pipey has this lined up for this horse, you have Mike Pipey with Flavian Pratt riding this horse. Now, if they felt real good about starting, now if Flavian Pratt probably had his choice of riding both of these horses, and I think he feels a bit better about Funkenstein, the Smiling Tiger gelding. So I think this can work out for us. So we'll see how it goes and see how it shakes out. But I do like Funkenstein with in the one hole, and you already know that's an ode to George Clinton right there. When you guys already know when the funk. All right, so Star Sailor at 9-5. I already told you guys while we're going there. Then we have Granada Flavor, a Patty Gallagher trainee, and is going to be written by DVD, Drayton Van Dyke. So I think this horse really does loom a danger as well, too. Should be right in the mix of things as well. This horse, the horse didn't do too great the last first 2 times out, but this time around, maybe Drayton can find something in this horse to get it going today. This is an Air Force Blue gelding as well too. So this horse is built for more of being a turf horse, but I think that they're just trying to build confidence in this horse. So that's why they're bringing the horse over to the dirt. So I think this could be a good move. And if it doesn't work, this horse is probably going to be dropped down even lower after this. So we'll see how it goes and see how it checks out for Granada Flavor today. And then we go ahead and end off with Whiskey Vision. Whiskey Vision is going to be trained by Val Burtnerhoff and ridden by Kyle Frey. This horse finished 3rd last time out over at Los Alamitos. This is the first time Kyle Frey has rode this horse, and this horse has rode at Santa Anita twice, has never been in the money at Santa Anita. So actually the horse did finish 3rd. I'm so sorry about that. The horse finished 3rd the horse finished 3rd twice at Santa Anita. So let me take that back. So the horse has been in the money twice. The horses ran here at Santa Anita. What I think I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at this. The horses ran here. It looks like 5 times. So, that's pretty good. 2 out of 5, things like that. Then Whiskey Vision is a horse that you can give a look to. And Whiskey Vision did finish right behind Funkenstein last time. I know it was made in 20,000 claimers, but that horse broke well and actually lost the lead in that race. So that's why I go ahead and I get to that, because this horse could be confident and wind up winning this race. Now we move on to race 5, and we have the starter allowance today, 40K purse as well. This is going to be a sprint on the turf for 5.5 furlongs. I'm going to go with the horse that is somewhat of a import outsider. This horse is coming in from Arlington Park, Midwest horse, because, Brittany Vandenberg has moved her farm to Southern California to kind of follow in the footsteps of her father, who was also a great Southern California trainer as well, too. A lot of his great days were over at the old Hollywood Park. So pretty much I'm going to go with Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever is from Ireland as well, too, Irish bred. This horse has won at this condition like pretty much every single time it's won a race, and this horse has won 9 races as well, too. So when you look at the experience of the horse, and you tell yourself at the end of the day, this horse has been in the money 14 out of 22 times. So you can go ahead and say, this horse, why aren't you the big favorite in this race? Why? Because this horse is coming into Santa Anita, and pretty much this is a whole new world. Arlington Park is a lot different, but this horse was running at open claimers, none at allowance open claimers. So that means that it was running at the best level it possibly could run at over at that track. And this horse is coming out of a win off of a 5 furlong race as well, too, over at Arlington Park in September. So the horse has been rested. And the horse is sharp from what I'm seeing here. They haven't done too much. They haven't given out any latest works or anything like that on the horse. So I think when I see something like this and they kind of putting a question mark over the horse, the light bulb turns on in my head, and I feel like this should be the spot that we're in. So I really like Never Have I Ever. So let's see what Brittany Vandenberg can do today. And yesterday she was able to actually have her horse show yesterday in that first race as well too. And Kern did look good in form as well too. So that's why I'm going after this today, because I know this is the horse that she's putting in here to get her some big money today as well too, because this is a starter allowance race, and this horse really does have it has really good experience over this group, even though it's a 6-year-old gelding. It's not the oldest horse in the group. The oldest horse in the group is going to be probably the favorite at the post, and that's going to be Via Ignacia, but we have that horse in the third post. I like Foreman a bit more. Foreman is a horse that hasn't been run that much, but Foreman looked pretty good from what I saw here. Foreman is a horse that actually has won their last in their last 4 races, they've won 2 of those races, and this horse has never finished outside of 4th either. So Foreman, I feel like, really lines up really well with this group. And Tampa really does have some fast horses as well too. The horse is coming out of 2 state stakes as well too. So I think that Foreman does really exude a lot of really good looks here as well too. And they did claim this horse from Gerald Bennett as well too. So this is a whole new world, whole new barn. David Hoffman's is trying to see what this horse is all about. So I like Foreman in this group as well too. And with the short sprint, I think this can be good for the horse. The horses ran at 7 furlongs, a mile and 40 yards, and 6 furlongs as well too. So I think this can work out pretty good for the horse in this condition. So we're in 1, 2, 3 slots, and then we finish off with Castle. Castle is the horse that looms the danger. Castle has ran a magnificent number over at Santa Anita, but won that race by a neck, and that was the California flag handicap as well too. That is a smaller stakes race, but it still was a $100,000 stakes race that this horse did win. So the horse does have the class coming into this. Kristen Moho is the trainer. Ricky Gonzalez is going to be the rider. This horse has been in the money 60% of the time with 3 wins over at Santa Anita. So this horse has done everything that that you can ask for of a horse that really gets you excited, and has been in the money 14 to 21 times. We cannot leave him out of this group. Castle looms a big danger. Even though it's a 9-year-old gelding, this horse does have the experience to go ahead and really, really keep up with this group as well too. So that's going to be our group for race 5, and I like what I see here. So there it is. And let's go ahead and talk about the early pick 5. And in the early pick 5, we have ourselves a really fun race here as well too. I mean, a really fun group. We got the 2, 4, 5 here. We got leg 2 in the all bet. And then we also have the 1, 2, 5, 6 as well too. So we have the 1 single, and we have the 1, 2, 3, 8. And this is going to be a $120 investment. So there it is. So when I get back, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the second half of the card, and you guys just go ahead and stay tuned. I'll be right back to you. This is Horsin' Around, presented by Stable Duel.
Now you and your friends can compete in the sport of kings and win big with Stable Duel. Get the app, pick your horses, and get in on the thrill of horse racing with daily games competing against other players. Bring home the glory and the cash, and move up the annual leaderboard while you leave your competition in the dust. Get in the game with Stable Duel. Play, race, win.
All right, we're back with Horsin' Around, presented by Stable Duel. And let's go ahead and jump into race 6. In race 6, we have our allowance optional claimer. This is one of our tougher races of the day as well too. So I would say you guys just bear with it a little bit today and everything like that. So I truly do feel like this can be a race that does anybody can win this race, but our horses that are the top horses are really horses that stick out a lot in this group. And I would say this: Smiling Evie is really good, and I think this horse is on the precipice to be a horse that can be a big time horse over here at Santa Anita as well too. So I think that a lot of us will have to understand that we could be seeing a horse that can be a big time horse later on down the road. So I do like Smiling Evie here, and I think Smiling Evie shows all the class in the world here. And it was tough for me not to just single the horse, but there's a really good horse in Girl Ranger, even though this horse has not won in a while. You know what I mean? Even though, because three of these horses are coming straight out of a victory. So 3 of these horses are hot coming in here. You know what I mean? Like they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Then you got horses that have a little bit more experience, but they haven't won in a while. So when you look at it, Girl Ranger is the veteran of the group, so you have to take that horse seriously, and you have to respect that horse as well too. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So that's why Girl Ranger's in the group as well too. And then UT Your Honor. This horse kind of intrigues me. So that's why I threw this horse in here as well too. I think this horse has a big shot at getting a piece of this as well too, and possibly winning this race as well. So we'll see how this one goes. Race 6. This is a 5-horse field as well. It's one of our tougher races of the day, another tough race of the day. So we move forward to race 7. And race 7 by far to me is going to be the hardest race of the day. Even though we do have a pretty deep stakes race, this one right here has a this is the race right here that's going to shake up your pick 6, your pick 5, and your pick 4, your late tickets. Okay. And I truly do think that, but I'm still going to go with the horse that's 3-1, but I think that they're going to go real crazy on Bonnie Bray today. But Ledeximi Itole is a horse that I've been waiting on for a while to get their picture taken. The horse looks really good. The horse has all the pedigree in the world to be a big time turf horse as well too. So the horse is coming out of a Square Eddie mare and out of the night, and is a Nyquist filly as well. So his fillies are really good. I know that she's finished second twice. Both those times were at Delmore, and the horse did not have a good run over at Santa Anita the first time, but it was the Zuma Beach, and it was against stablemate McKinnon as well too. Silver Sulphur, Picata, but all these horses are really good. So I think when it comes down to class, this horse is when it gets much better. So that's why I'm putting the 2-horse Ledeximi Itole as our key horse. Then I throw on Bonnie Bray. Bonnie Bray has been the same horse in each race. Okay, the horse has been in 2 maiden special weights, wound up finishing 4th, finished 3 lengths better at Delmar than it did over at Santa Anita. So it's a grazing filly out of a Malek mare. So I think Flavian Pratt brings all the interest in the world on this horse to make it the possible favorite at the window, but I don't think this is the best horse in the group. And then you have Swanee. Swanee's probably coming out of their best race yet, even though the horse did lose by 7 lengths over at Los Alamitos. Still, the horse finished 3rd. And Rose Dawson and Increased Stakes both have ran in stakes since then. So pretty much, I think that when you have the red and racing tag on this horse as well too, Swanee looms a big danger. It's a Square Eddie filly out of a general meeting mare. So this horse looms a big danger as well too. And then I'm going to go with my old adage. I really do like first timers. I don't know what it is about first timers. I have this idea. He's the new kid on the block, and he's trying to impress his peers. So I like to always throw in a first timer if the first timer has that look. Okay, and this is a bluegrass filly out of a with approval mare. So we'll see how this one shakes up. This is a Ruben Alvarado out the Ruben Alvarado barn as well too. But we all know that this is really Peter Miller. Peter Miller's on a sabbatical right now, so he'll be back in a bit. So there it is. That's our group. Emerald Lake is going to be the 7-horse. We move forward to race. We go ahead and move forward to race 6 here. So race 8 here. So in race 8, we have ourselves a very good group here. We have ourselves horses that are really built to, be big. And man, this was really tough to choose who's going to be the winner of this race because, Big Switch is a really good horse and has won on both askings, in a very impressive fashion. But I know Awake at Midnight is another horse that's coming off of a really good win as well too. So, that's why I went ahead and put this horse in this race. I'm talking about a good win over at Santa Anita. The horse finished lost by a nose in the Jimmy Durante over at Delmore on the 27th of November. So, when you look at this one, Awake at Midnight is the next big horse up in here. But Big Switch, it's really hard not to just be ready to just, say to yourself, okay, Big Switch should be big today. Mr. Big Philly out of a Malibu Moon mare, so I think this will work out. And, you got Awake at Midnight. The pedigree is there. Daddy is Nyquist, and then Union Rags is the mare is a Union Rag. So the pedigree is there. So this, I think, comes down to these two horses, and then you throw in Under the Stars. You can't dismiss Baffert at all. This horse is coming off of a win, breaking its maiden as well too. This horse has never finished worse than third, so that's why this horse is going to get a lot of the love. And come on, it's a Bob Baffert with Flavian Pratt riding. This horse will probably go off at 2 to 5, 1 to 5, something of that nature. But this horse, to me, is not a 2 to 5 horse. It has to show us that it's a 2 to 5 horse. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm going with that one. Then we got Miss Maddie B. This horse does loom the biggest danger of them all. The horse has ran the biggest number in the group recently. From what I'm seeing here, well, Big Switch did, but other than Big Switch, this horse did, and this horse does have a lot of has the most races up under its belt, and this horse has went a mile more than this horse has already went a mile before. So this horse has already went the distance that is being asked of. And I'm with Big Switch today as well, too, because Big Switch has went the distance that has been asked of. And actually, Miss Maddie B went the distance and beyond. And that was a mile, and the horse won. And the horse won by 3 3/4 lengths. So this horse does loom a huge danger here in this spot. This should be a very good St. Yanez Stakes, grade 2, 200K, 7 furlongs on the dirt. All right, so we go to the nightcap, and we have ourselves Sunroof as our long shot of the day. Sunroof is going to be a horse that's going to be trained by Richie Baltus and has been working gangbusters in the morning as well, too. This horse has been lights out in training, and JJ Hernandez is riding this horse as well. I know the horse was over down at San Luis Rey with these bullets and everything, but the San Luis Rey bullets really speak volumes to the Santa Anita turf and Santa Anita conditions and things like that. So that's why I'm all over Sunroof here. You got JJ Hernandez riding, a guy who's very unheralded at this moment, but I think if right after Flavian Pratt, you can consider him the second best jockey over at Santa Anita, because the guy, it stays with mounts like in all day long. So you have to put that part into play as well too. So I have Sunroof, the first time starter here, been running nothing but gangbusters here, going to be on the doing this on the downhill turf, first time out. So I think this will work out very well. And we need a shot of the day, right? We need the shot of the day. We got to have the shot of the day. So there's no doubt about that we're going to get the shot of the day. So that's what we're going to do. So we have Sunroof, and then we have Urban. Urban is a horse that was trained by Sammy Callahan, then was claimed away and trained by Amy DeLassy for a race, and then claimed right back by Sammy Callahan. So Simon hasn't been able to get this horse a win yet, but still, this looked to be a pretty good horse when I first saw it on the field and everything like that. But I've given this horse a few chances, and today I'm going to put it in the 2-hole. And then we have Phenom. Phenom is going to be a Field Amato trainee with Ricky Gonzalez riding. This is a Midnight Storm filly out of a Street Boss mare. So Phenom looks good, and Phenom has been kind of kicking at the tires to have a big day, and today could be that day. So that's why Phenom's in this group as well too. Annie Song has a lot of experience, and I know Annie Song has been around, so that's why Annie Song is in here too. And then we have to put Kitty Quintana in here, because Kitty Quintana, Field Amato, Kent DeSormo, you cannot discredit Kent DeSormo at the end of the day. I'm sorry, you just can't. That's like his thing, hitting the nightcap. So this is going to be the biggest field of the day too as well, and that's going to be our 5 horses that's going to be representing us for the Super High 5. So at least we got 12 horses in the group, so it will make the pot that much bigger if we're able to get the right numbers in place for this as well too, especially with Sunroof on the top. But I don't think Sunroof is going off at 15-1. When people see those bullets, they're going to go ahead and bet this horse down to, I would say, at the lowest 8 or 7-1. Okay, because there's a lot that can go around in this race, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the pick six. And you know me, I only do the $2 pick six. I know it's a 20-cent pick six, so if you want to do 20 cents, you can spend $9.60. Okay, but I have a short ticket because I'm playing a bigger. I'm playing for a bigger outcome. Now we have leg 1. This is going to be the 1 and the 4. We have the 1 and the 2 in leg 2. Then I have Evie singled in leg 3, and then in leg 4, I'm going deep here, 2, 5, 6, 7, and then in leg 5, I'm going singling out Big Switch, And then when it comes down to leg 6, I'm going ahead and taking the 3, 6, 8 here. So that's going to be our pick 6. That's going to be a $96 investment. Now we end off the day with the pick 4, which starts in race 6, and we go 2, 4, 5 with that group. Then we go 2, 5, 6, 7 again. Then we single the 3, big switch. I'm that confident in big switch today that he's going to have a huge day. And then we go ahead and have leg 4 and have a 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have a 12 horse field there. So literally we have 5 horses right here. So we have damn near half the group. So hopefully if we can get everybody home and we get to that last leg, we put the right combination together. I just don't want to get bit in the butt, but I know I had to throw the 5 in there because I know the 5 wasn't a part of my super high 5, but still I had to throw the 5 in there because this horse is coming from Europe, and it's his first time on the turf at Santa Anita. So you always got to give those horses a look. I know I didn't put the horse in the group, but I felt like if I put the horse here in the late pick 4, it's kind of like doing the same thing as well too. So we got 6 horses here. I couldn't put 6 horses as the 6 horses I liked here, and I think Glenor, I just kept him out because I think that horse may need a race, and it's coming down off the hill as well too. Sometimes those horses don't take to the hill right away. So, the horse looks more like it wants some room. So I think that when we get the horse at at a longer distance, that's when you go ahead and you strike on Glenor. But Glenor can go ahead and best this group today. So we'll see how it goes. But I love how this card is looking. I love how the day is shaping up. And you guys already know I'll be back tomorrow for Sunday's version of Horsing Around because we have ourselves another 9 race card over at the Great Race Place. So I thank you guys very much for tuning in, and I will go ahead and bid adieu. And I see you guys tomorrow. And this is Horsing Around, presented by Stable Duel, and I'm your host, Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper.